Hey YouTube family, I wanted to introduce you to what it's really like to live in Dallas, Texas. Not the highlight reel, not the sales pitch, just the real pros and cons you should know before making a move here. Let's jump right in and start with the downsides because every city has them. One of the biggest challenges in Dallas is the traffic. And the Metroplex is growing fast, it continues to grow, and it feels like there's always construction everywhere. Lane changes constantly, and a drive that should be quick can turn into a long one depending on the time of day. So that is something that you're gonna have to adjust to. Dallas is built around a loop and freeway system that's designed for covering long distances quickly, but it definitely takes some getting used to. So Interstate 635, also known as the LBJ, it loops around the city and connects multiple suburbs, major business hubs, and other highways. But it's also one of the busiest and most congested roads in the Metroplex, especially during rush hour. And they do have ongoing construction there where they're adding more lanes. On the southern side of the city, I-20 acts as a wide outer loop that's a little bit less hectic than 635 and is often used by commuters and long distance traffic moving across the southern part of DFW, but you will get traffic, especially near the suburbs like Arlington and Grand Prairie, and especially during rush hour. You running east to west, you have Interstate I-30, which cuts straight through Dallas from downtown Dallas to downtown Fort Worth and connects downtown areas, entertainment districts, older neighborhoods, things like that. So it's a straight shot from Dallas to Fort Worth. And then from north to south, you have I-35, which really splits into different branches throughout the Metroplex. It serves as a major corridor for trucks and semis that are traveling from Oklahoma and up north down to cities like Waco, Austin, and San Antonio. US 75 or Central Expressway is one of the main routes connecting North Dallas and downtown. I also have couple of different toll roads, Dallas North Tollway and the President George Bush Turnpike, which are newer, smoother, a little bit less congestion, but you do have to pay for the convenience. They will save you time though. So just take that into consideration. Another thing is to know is that Dallas is not a very walkable city. The area is extremely spread out. So having a car really isn't optional. It's more of a necessity. So most daily activities like going to work, going to school, dropping the kids off, different activities, they do require a vehicle. I have a friend that jokes about Dallas being an hour away from Dallas, and it really is true. Depending on what time of you leave, it can take you an hour to get all the way across the city. But many of the fastest routes are toll roads, like we already discussed. And while you can avoid them, they usually do cost you significantly more time. Public transportation is also limited depending on where you live. So Dallas has a DART rail and DART bus system, but they don't serve every area efficiently just yet. They are expanding, but they still have some work to do. So most of the people here use the public transportation kind of as a backup option. And then there's the weather. Dallas weather can be really unpredictable, but the summers are a real adjustment. So extended stretches of extreme heat are common. Everyday errands require a little more planning, especially like in July and August. We have a really severe thunderstorms here, which sometimes can bring hail, so that's an adjustment as well. But generally speaking, the winters are pretty mild, but often they will have freezing temperatures that create ice over the roads, which can make it really hard to travel throughout the city. The good news about that though is the ice and the freezing temperatures normally are short-lived, and the ice ends up melting within just a few days. One of the biggest advantages of Dallas is the opportunity. The job market remains strong. Major companies continue to relocate here and new businesses are constantly launching. So whether you're looking to grow your career or start something on your own, Dallas offers a lot of room to build and expand. The people, the diversity that the people bring, they bring jobs and opportunities. And Dallas attracts people from all over the country and all over the world. And so that diversity shows up in neighborhoods, schools, restaurants. If you're a foodie and you love different types of cuisine, you're gonna have everything to choose from here in the Dallas Metroplex. And it creates a culture that feels really active and welcoming. And you also get, access to different types of communities. Dallas is also a great city if you enjoy to travel. So being centrally located in the US, it makes flights really convenient and accessible. We have 2 major airports to choose from, so it's very easy to get onto a flight and out very quickly. There's also no shortage of things to do. So between professional sports like the Dallas Cowboys and the Mavericks, Texas Rangers, we have concerts, museums, festivals, the weekends rarely feel repetitive and there's always really something to do. But one downside that people don't always think about, and I wanted you guys to know, is especially in the spring and summertime, the warmer temperatures, humidity, and occasionally heavy rain brings mosquitoes, and they're hard to avoid. Being outside in the evening time often means you have to bring your bug spray, or it kind of becomes part of the routine. Backyard maintenance matters more than you would expect. Those things to keep the mosquitoes down. Some cities spray for them, but you really do want to kind of prepare for them if you go outside during the spring and summer. One of the good things though is neighbors, they really tend to be friendly. There's a strong family-oriented culture in the Metroplex, so don't be surprised if someone opens the door for you or gives you a head nod as you pass by. And that's something that many people don't expect, but end up appreciating, once you get a little bit used to it. So while Dallas isn't perfect, we have traffic, we have heat, we have, everything spread out like we mentioned. For many people, the opportunity, the lifestyle, the community, more than make up for it. If you're thinking about relocating to Dallas or anywhere in the DFW area and you want honest guidance, feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.